All right, welcome back, everybody. We are moving on to Dust 2 right now. Pistol round already. Well, not quite underway. We're in the LO3, so not far away now. We've got ENCE starting on that CT side. Method once again starting on their T side. We talked about them in the brief pregame during the vetoes for this best of 3. The Method, very T-sided team. Mirage got worrisome pretty quick as they got decimated. 16-1 finish there by ENCE. Method, though, a chance to recover on their T side on Dust 2, looking to go for some late long control, it would appear, as Sunny now backing off, leaving Yuho alone defending on the corner.
Yeah, a little bit of long aggression going on. Yuho's going to back off. He sees the shadow. Fine. Nice. Gets two instant one-tap headshots over there, holding down the fort at long, and then Sunny's going to go ahead and chuck a grenade, watching the angle, watching the position. Got one person creeping around who's probably going to catch Zart off guard. That's going to be Ubik. Spots him. Patience, nice. And then finishes it up with a quick headshot. Yeah.
Get peeked. Not much to say that one, man. Jump in as soon as that toe touched the ground. He got that accuracy back and just blew his face off. There's a 2-on-1 now. Ubik had a nice kill, but unfortunately, you know, he was that lurk role. The main offensive here at long did not work out, so he got left alone. He's got to go do it all himself. And both these guys trying to peek it together. And who else? It's Standa and Alu, the absolutely stand-out players for map 1. I don't think there's any way they drop this.
Yeah, you've got to go up against two stars in a very powerful position, both stacked up like there. You can only hope that they just line their heads up and get the headshot, but Team Peak's just taking so much damage. He's down 8 health. Standa pushes the angle, and it's going to be a Standa kill, followed by an Alu assist there for the kill. 1-0. ENCE takes the first round. And, you know, if you're Method after that 16-1 matchup, you just have to be shaking your head at this point, saying, you know, here we go again. This is Dust 2. This is ENCE's pick. I don't have a lot of information on ENCE for Dust 2. The only thing they've done in 2016 was one game where they 16-8'd Refuse. So, and that was at the DreamHack Open Leipzig 2016. I think it was the Qualifiers. So yeah, not a whole lot of data. They got to feel comfortable on it, or else they wouldn't have picked it. You have to assume that. Tech9's for Method.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot of data on any of them, because like even the Rawcat roster only has like 4 maps on it in the last 3 months. Yeah. And because I think they were playing as Mixed Cat, but I don't know if that will have been entered into any database really, those results. So it's hard to get a read, but what we do know, it's a team of good players, and now Alu coming to joining it is going to help even more. Waterfalls. That's not your fault. You have a Tech9 at pretty much the longest range in Counter-Strike. There's no way. You had a better chance of winning the Powerball than you did of hitting that shot.
Get the headshot, get a lottery ticket, right?
Yeah, and that's like the lottery for the Europeans that maybe don't get that. Although I'm sure the $1.3 billion news made it across the Atlantic.
Bomb was still able to go down, though. Look at this. Waterfall's just holding off. All you have to do is play for time here and not get picked off. Probably you know exactly where he is.
Yeah, and those boxes are spammable too.
Yeah, that's why he peeked, I think. I mean, he's completely isolated. Yeah, it got pretty close though. Yuho finally able to stick the defuse there, thanks to that handy-dandy kit. And I guess a slightly scary round for ENCE, but they got confidence in the retake. Method picked up some cash, but don't have quite enough to force it into a 3rd round bye here.
I mean, the plant will bolster their 4th round, that's for sure. And they will just go for... And also, I guess it won't now that they bought 3 Deagles. That pretty much is the bomb money used up right there by 3 players. And Standa says goodbye to Space. Op at 4, FAMAS.
And it's going to put a little bit of aggression down at long, spotting for information. In fact, all 3 players are all the way down long, while Method focuses on mid control. They're already out mid. Malu, I don't even know what he's looking at, but he ends up showing his body. Takes a little bit of damage, thankfully for him. Does not get killed. And then is going to back off into the B side. Now Method adjusting. Oh, Standa just saw the barrel of Waterfall's weapon. He's not able to get the kill, but call does allow it to happen. Standa picks another, and then another down on Cap. Ubik left now all alone, pushes into mid, and that's going to cost him his life. There's Alu, another kill.
God Standa.
God Standa.
So far, we've only seen God Standa. We had God Alu on Mirage, too. I haven't been paying attention to chat, but I'm sure they've been putting their work in.
I imagine so. Well, this is the first time we're going to see Method really testing their mettle on Dust 2 against ENCE. ENCE, again, is going to put a lot of aggression, a lot of presence at long, make sure that nothing can happen. Shtanda posts up on the long doors angle. One player falls back to watch Cat. The Method just hanging back. It's almost like they want to go ahead and take some long control. They've already got Cat. Yuho's going to play this close corner. No, he's not. He just spams through.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at any rifle round that you want to win, like, Method needs to win this. It's still 4 FAMAS versus 4 AKs and an op. So, you really need to... You're not going to have this upper hand again, pretty much, if you lose this.
Yeah, if ever there was a time for Method to win it, it's this. The aggression is coming out on long. Yuho takes one, but then he gets quickly traded out. So that's going to be cat control and long control. Granted, Sunny sits in the smoke trying to play it as a one-way. Able to pick up one
gets away.
Site belongs to Method, though. They're going to get a bomb plant. There's nothing that can be done about this at this point. Alu.
Fire,
well,
maybe.
Molly. The bomb's already down, though. Bad timing. Good flash.
Yeah, and everyone's actually attacking. Well, I guess Alu dropped off or came up through CT, so he's able to bring down Face Crack. Yimqua? I don't know. I personally like saying JMQA. He gets that kill. That's actually a second on the round. He will now fall. Zart finds that AK that was on the boxes, and they will drop the smoke. And Waterfalls, trying to spam through and actually now getting shot by Sunny. At this point, he's kind of giving up his advantage. He didn't even have any armor either. So Sunny's able to move through and get it done. 3 kills for him on the retake there. 4-0. Again, not looking very good for Method.
So with a slight gun advantage, Method still not able to do it. They're really having no problem getting onto the A site and getting a couple of bomb plants there. That's 2 defuse rounds so far for ENCE Gaming, but they can't seem to hold on to the site. And then, of course, Alu doing some serious work already this early in the game. Well, actually, he's only got 3 kills so far, Alu and Shtanda. But again, we're only in round 5, not that big of a deal. And it's every single time they send 3 people all the way down long and then 1 backs off to watch towards Cat or CT. Mid-control being granted to Method consistently. Waterfalls up on Cat. 1 player toying with the doors at long.
I mean, I don't want to be in Method's position of having to get off of Cat with Shtanda playing it over at a car or game helper, as I still like to call it. That's going to be hard. You're going to really need to get those smokes down, wall smokes to get off of Cat, and of course a lot of flashes over to get control of it if you want to take that approach. And I mean, that's where the bomb is right now, so you kind of think they want to make that play. Ubeek looks like he'll go for some long push late into this. 3 on Cat, 1 at long, and that's all they've got. Smoke's going and dropping off. Sunny, though, is completely ready for that. And of course, smoking, flashing, and dropping off is a great way to try to deal with Shtanda, but Spaze will actually just take him out with a headshot. Shtanda actually quieted on one of these rounds here. And the bomb is now going down. Van advantage still to ENCE. And Ubeek's in a pretty great spot, lurking around there at the top of middle. He's going to be able to bring down Sunny. He was unaware, and now Zart just always in his mind. I know Ubeek's behind me. I've got to deal with this, and there he goes. Ubeek actually tries to peek wide and go for it. He falls. Yuho now working up long, switches out to that op, and then switches back. Waterfalls is... No, he doesn't. Okay. Oh my gosh, Yuho. He's juggling weapons. The man can juggle. And that's a quality retake.
Another example of Method playing smart, able to work the long and Cat angle, specifically just running down Cat in that case, and planting the bomb on A site, and yet they cannot hold it. Even when they reduce it into a 2v2 situation, ENCE is still walking right into the site and picking up the frags. And they're not exactly easy frags either. Maybe that's just the story of ENCE versus Method. ENCE players are more technically skilled. They're landing the shots that Method can't. You know, you put them into a 1v1 situation, ENCE is going to come on top almost every single time. Here comes the long push. Maybe Method can take some ground this time around, but there's 3 people they're going to have to deal with, along with Sunny watching the angle from car. Will they check it? Grenade does no damage.
Never does. They're actually not even worth throwing at car because there's like so many things that eat the damage. Also, the ground that Ubeek tried to take was on fire, and he took a ton of damage from that Molotov, down to 36, but it still remains 5 on 5. Alu very blind at mid. He's trying to watch them working up Cat.
He should spot somebody.
That's hard with the smoke, and yeah, he does. That's the bomb.
Oh, that's
and
the
it actually
bomb.
falls into the doors. Couldn't have gone worse. Ubeek trying to push through, and Alu, oh my gosh, just giving him the re-peek. Ubeek's advantage in this game pretty strong. Alu taking full advantage of it there.
Method's completely isolated at this point. Waterfall trying to rejoin his team. I don't know how that works, but Waterfall's able to take Sunny down by car. JMQA super, super low, along with Waterfalls, as they're starting to get pushed from mid. Alu's just going to go towards top mid, watching the angle, hoping that JMQA pushes on him. Waterfalls joins up, so they're both going to be coming out of the same angle, walking right into a potential crossfire.
There's like almost no way you lose these battles either, even if they both pick them one-on-one. Like, you're not going to lose a battle against someone with 10 HP. Ali picks up a 4K.
Almost handed to him, though, with those last 2 kills. I mean, the one player walked backwards in the barrel of his gun, and then the other was just a single peek. Almost predictable where he was coming from, too, because they knew that one player was at long. He hadn't pushed up behind Alu. Alu already checked towards long. It's got to be by Cat.
Yeah, and that bomb, again, going down in just the worst spot. Not only were those guys on 10 HP, but they had to stick their necks out real far to try to get that bomb back. So into lower B again. This time, the budget getting pretty tight over there on Method. Ubeek's already taking a ton of damage. Now gets smoked off. He kind of wanted to push through to get that close range pistol. Even though he had a deagle, I don't know if I agree with that, but still alive for now. Alu in more or less the same spot, a little more passive this time.
Yeah, one grenade really wreck Ubeek. There's a grenade dropping on top of Waterfalls, drops him down about 64 health as he takes pot shots over at Alu. Alu's just going to go ahead and back off. Full mid presence granted to Method once again. And they got one person sitting up on top of Cat, so they can pretty much execute whatever they want to do at this point. Standard setup for ENCE with the AWP of Stunde looking straight down towards Cat. Of course, it's one of these positions where, yeah, the smoke or a flash is going to force him to fall back from his position. Gets flashed out himself.
Yeah, I think so. I was actually kind of curious about that too. They might have thrown one as well. Either way, no one capitalized off of the fact that he was blind for a bit of a second, and they're trying to go for this mid-B split. Alu in the door! Great flash!
What is this?
Spray transfer! He gets all 3 of those guys! Who knew Alu was such a capable rifler? All this time.
I thought that Alu was an AWPer, and yet that was the most beautiful spray control transfer you could hope for. Textbook. 1, 2, 3. Never lets go of the trigger. God,
that third one was like a 90-degree flick, too.
Yeah. God, Alu, man. Hats off to you, sir. 7-0, ENCE. Putting the hurt on Method. And again, Method. Notably a T-side team. And zero rounds so far for their T side. I think they're just dealing with a team that's on a whole nother level right here. Disappointing to see. Hopefully they stay positive going into it, convert a couple of rounds, and then possibly turn it around on CT's side. This is map number 2. Method have to do something or else they're going to be out of the last chance qualifier. This is their very last chance.
Alu getting 2 off the catwalk just like that. Started the round. Hope of it already gone. Actually got 3. Ooh, Stunde. Rare miss from this guy. Over on the catwalk. Here's Yuho bringing down JMQA and Facecrack last one up. Now Alu's going to get aggressive. Finds a 4K. From the spray transfer of the last round to the 4K op of this round. Alu 14-4. Playing like a boss.
What more can you say? Method's economy now broken once again. Yeah, they're not even doing anything. Ubeek's going to go ahead and pick up armor and single smoke. Yeah, armor, pistols.
Yeah, just evening out that money a little bit. Staying in the...
Looks like they smoked mid.
2K zone.
I didn't see where that smoke ended up landing.
I see one B and one at long. I don't see anything mid.
Waterfall's going to get out mid, though. Might be able to catch Sunny off guard, but Alu's already watching the angle. So this should be a free frag right there. Facecrack shut down by Stunde is off as they try to take cat control. Problem is they go one by one peeking. Yeah, Stunde is able to take another in 2 1v1 engagements. The only person left is the one I thought was going to die early on. Waterfall's down in mid. Finally, Stunde finishes him. Actually, it's Zar.
Spotted man on cat. Stunde goes down. Quick trade, though, from Yuho. He'll get the op back. Double op set up. Oh, they're not gonna go for it. That was weird. Why not? I guess they didn't see it down there. That seemed weird. Didn't pick up the op and then immediately bought one for Standa at the start of this round. But that's 9-0.
Not that it
again,
matters.
Method, the T-sided team, they've got a big old goose egg for the T-side. That is not good.
No. Dust 2 as well. I mean, it's a map that tends to be a little bit more T-biased than the others.
Yeah, and this is like the T-sided map.
This is what they do. Yeah. Look at Yuho. He's going to get super aggressive, jumping straight through his own smoke. Gets flashed out.
And he
Get
gets
the
out.
heck out of there. He somehow is able to survive.
Oh, and look at the ops chiming in on the kill feed, each getting a kill at the same time. And boom, boom. Round pretty much over, 5-on-3. What we've seen from ENCE, they're not going to drop around from this position.
Yuho holds this position. He knows he's got one player that he's screwing around with. Gets flashed out. Does a lot of damage, though, but he's completely blind. That's going to allow JMQA to get a single kill, take some long control, but the rotation's already underway. So the CT's working their way onto the site. And then Al is just going to get posted up on long. All they have to do is peek him and hand him free frags left and right. Flashing Sunny out. Should be a really good flash, too. Only gets one player.
Both of them are blind. Hello's able to take off the elbow of Ubeek, and they are aware that Waterfall's dropped in the pit. Now we see... Oh, that nade did a lot. And another one's coming in. That's actually the fire this time, and it burns! Alu will go down 2-on-2. And, you know, we've had a couple 2-on-2s, but every time Methods got into it, they're low and at such a disadvantage from the start. But here's Waterfalls. Getting that op shot onto Standa. That's a big one. Zart does have a chance, though. This nade, honestly, might stop the bomb from being planted if he does decide to bounce it off Pizza.
MQ. 3K round so far. Here
That's
comes
it.
the nade. Boom! There you go. Good night, Kobe.
Layup.
And now we're putting a 1v1. Waterfall's very low. Holding the angle with the AWP, so he has an advantage. Has to hit his shot. Doesn't even take the shot. And that's Zart finishing it up. That's a 2K round. Has plenty of time. Got a kit on him as well for the defuse. Again, Method, no problem taking the A site. Serious problem holding on to it. 10-0. This is getting very dangerous. Method really need to turn this into a 10v5 like now, or else this is going to be a quick game.
Yeah.
Wrapping up in 2. Hate to see that happen to Method.
That was well played by Zart. I mean, he knew that Yuho was... Or, sorry, that's his teammate. He knew that JMQA was in the site and was low. Threw that nade, got that kill. They knew that Waterfalls had already got an op frag, so he's got to be playing long. He checks that very first corner and hits Waterfalls. I don't know how consistent GoTV is with the sound. I heard Waterfalls shoot, so I'm pretty sure he missed. You might have not heard the op sound on your client. But,
strange. Yeah.
Either way, it was a great read by Zart. Unfortunately, Waterfalls missed the shot. And here we are into another round. Ubeek has gone down. Sunny has gone down. 4-on-4 with minute 20.
Yeah, the Method players all cluster around mid and B tunnels. We're watching Zart right now, playing a passive angle. Watching B tunnels. Throwing some material out there so he can go ahead and do a peek. How to solo hold.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
101.
Popped it off the wall too, so if they were there, they wouldn't have really seen it coming.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But looks like the bomb is going to be going down towards Cat with the rest of the team. And
there's a lot of action over.
Why the camera's stuck over here?
I think Kevin might have fallen asleep.
He might have. A lot of action going on the A side, and again, Method no problem taking the A site as Zart slowly creeps his way around. We also have 2 players working their way from long. That's going to be Standa, big star of the show, and Yuho as well. And Zart's not going to make any noise.
No nades for any of the CTs, though. It's still 2 smokes. I don't think Method's going to have a chance to really use the smokes. So it's just a dry retake right now. JMQA peeking off the Cat. Bomb still planted for Cat, but now they got the man advantage. And yeah, no problem. All 3 of those guys stay alive. All 3 of Method fall. That was one of the best chances they've had to try to close out a round.
Yeah. Still not able to do it. Holding the site, the number 1 problem for Method. Now, I don't have any memory of Method working their way into the B site at all.
I don't know if they have really gone there.
Yeah, I mean the only time they get the bomb down, it's when they do this cat push into the A site, which is working for them, no problem. But the problem is they can't hold it. So maybe it's time to start switching it up. They're running out of rounds. Maybe put some attention on B, focus on that, even do the old B rush situation.
I think they've peered into B a couple times. I mean, Alu has been starting the round off in B with the op, and then he slides over to middle generally, or vice versa, starts middle, kind of slides to B. So they could be trying to avoid him, but I mean, it's tough when you got 2 godlike oppers, one's playing A and one's playing B.
Well, Method wants to do another cat control. They've got mid, they've got cat, and it's the same setup every single time. With one player wanting to play it long, and then they're going to charge in A. It's almost like they have only one play in their book at this point.
Yeah.
Great executes. Just got to hold the thing.Maybe that's what they're talking about right now. It's like, you know, we can always take the site like this. We can do it. All we have to do is hold. But it's like they're beating their head
they
the
can't
post.
take it every time. They've taken it a few times because Standa finds 2 before going down. And Yuho's still holding here at long at a very off angle. Sunny up at Goose, grabs a kill onto Ubik. And I mean, Yuho at this point, like, he's been holding down long by himself. He's about exhausted all the different positions and off angles so you can even play down at long, but it's still working out for him. He's 13-3. 18-7 for Alu, 11-3 for Zart. Standa at 10-7.
Is your camera stuck on Zart?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on Zart.
Okay.
I don't know. Kevin, did you die? Hello?
Our cameraman might have... Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he stepped away. Okay, so I guess our production is doing some camera work then.
Okay,
which
perfect. Well,
will
hey,
probably
here
be
comes
good
the
enough
hit.
in the meantime.
It's not on a buy round, but it is going to happen. Let's see how Zart does it. Beautiful counter flash at the drop him. The only person who's not flying is instantly killed. Zart transferring the spray down. Takes
Kevin
down
catches all the
many
kills.
is that, Two?
He's not even here.
Oh,
He
wow.
knew that Zart was going to pick up the double.
Best cameraman ever right there. And then there's Alu finishing the job. So, okay, B hit does not work all that well for Method. They learned that the hard way. But to be fair...
Yeah, that's why they're not going B-Pat. Good idea.
To be fair, they were doing the standard kind of tactic, right? It's a force buy with the Tech 9s. They know they're going to be going into a gun round next. Let's just throw what we have at B and see if it works. Because, I mean...
I like this flash
you
from
might
Standa.
You might have a better chance.
He didn't even need to throw it that time.
Very weak buy for Method, though. They got the guns, but you peek. They're only going to be working with a Deagle, not a whole heck of a lot of utility. And again, the team, this time they got 2 people pressured up at long.
Oh, Yuho gets one of them and is able to fall back in the smoke. This guy is a ninja! Honestly, how many times have we seen him get pushed, flashed, and then like still retreat out through that smoke in the doors?
And he still is able to go ahead and pick a kill, too, which is ridiculous. He's sitting down in pit, very powerful position. So now you have JMQA just kind of stuck here at long, wanting to do the same thing that he always does. Trying to harass and hold that player down by long. Oops, that's probably not the smoke you wanted to throw there. As Method starts working down for cat control.
Oh my god, these flashes, man. Alright, Alu, you took too much time. You missed that first shot. You know they're going to be on flash. You needed to kind of retreat back into the darkness. And the fact that he went down, not getting a kill, might actually be the first round here for Method. 4-on-2. Zart's been good on the retakes. Yuho's low. Zart going to give away his position now. Still able to get into a corner. Now JMQA going to chase him through that smoke. Yuho at 13 HP. He's going to fall. Method.
There you go.
They did it. They got around. They're not going to get a 16-0 ring. Ubik even all chatting it. So I guess the spirits are still all right. Rip the 16-0 dream. Frowny faces.
Well, there's something.
In abundance.
There's something. Okay, they finally got something on the board. That's Method. And again, they were basically doing the same thing that they've tried time and time again.
It was bound to work one time.
Yeah, exactly.
They've proven that they're not insane. They didn't do the same thing over and over again. Well, I guess they did do the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. But at least they got the result they expected once.
Once. Well, it's something. It's something. We'll see. Let's see if our cameraman's back. We'll lock back onto that. I don't think so. Look at that JMQA right now, just staring down. Long doors. Same thing. Face cracks pushed up. Standing in fire. And he's going to come charging in solo. This time the bomb is at long. So there's going to be lighter pressure going on.
Spotted them. Oh my gosh, Sonny. You are dancing with the devil.
Donnie gets found out immediately by the players down low.
I guess I said running with the devil. It's a better run.
This is going to be a second round for Method right here. Zart's going to be left all alone. unless he can ace this at the last minute, and why not? The last round, there's 1 kill. Not able to pick up the trade. Ubeek finishes the job, and there you go, 13-2 at the end of the first half.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, Method normally win 56% of the rounds on T's side and only 43% on the CT side. So going into the second half, you know, the numbers aren't in their favor. That's for sure.
No, not one bit. This is an ugly looking best of 3 so far. I mean, Method could come back, but I mean, come on. The issue at hand, well, on the one hand is the fact that Method doesn't have a very diverse playbook on Dust 2. They've demonstrated that so far. It's basically the same exact cat A take every single time. And then the other issue is the fact that ENCE is just out-fragging them in the 1v1 consistently. Let's see how the defense looks, though.
Yeah,
maybe they can hold
I
the
think
hold the
teams
wall.
like Method. I mean, I don't really know, but I mean, I have cast Method and formerly when they were Pitter like a fair amount of times. I think what happens is they get so used to just running over teams, doing whatever they want, that then they don't really develop like a super strong tactical game. Then you go up against. That's why there's such a big discrepancy. Then you go find a tier 1 team, or even a team like ENCE, who I guess, you know, a little unknown, could be tier 1, but we'll put them at like middle, top of tier 2 right now. You run into a team like this where suddenly you can't just run at them and kill them and do whatever you want. You just find yourself getting wrecked, and you fall back on tactics. I mean, they had one tactic. Get some mid-control and go for an A-take with some smokes every single time, and it just wasn't enough. Lucky that they even got 2 rounds, honestly. So
what's remarkable is how often they were still able to take the site.
Yeah, which means, like, the take is good, that strat works, but you need to diversify a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, in that first best of 3, we saw people dropping off a cat, putting pressure on CT while the mid to B split also came out. Like, those are a little more complex strats that Method maybe needs to develop if they really want to take that game to the next level.
Well, we have
down.
Basically doing the same tactic, going cat.
Oh wow, Shnada actually got a kill.
Spacecraft's going to be found out all alone, and JMQA now stuck at ramp. He's got Sunny cornered. He knows he's in this position, and both CT players are going to work their way up and pushing out, trying to find the frags. Got to clear out Cat before he can defuse bomb, and it's just not going to happen. You're completely outnumbered. They push the issue and pick up just, what, 1 single kill before ENCE frags out. So now 14-2. We're just 1 round away from match point in favor of ENCE. Method really have no cash to work with for a CT force. A couple of pistols and armor, because really, they have to. Not that it's necessarily the soundest, well, I think it's a sound decision, but you got no choice at this point.
Yeah, I mean, CT4 spies are strong.
Yeah.
On those 2.
Well, you convert that loss into a lot of momentum, actually.
Actually, where is Ubeek playing in spawn? Dart going to bring down JMQA. That was one of the long players. He was actually trying to push out Waterfall. Alright, was able to dodge that nade most of the way. Only taking 14 damage. And if he continues to push through, he could make a play. Alu is watching this, though. And Alu will go down. The death cam should spot Waterfalls falling back. Now the take here on the catwalk. It's up to Ubeek here with the Deagle to try to get things done. Oh, trying. 1 more shots before he needs to reload. Wants to find the headshots. We'll go for the reload now. Zart brought down Waterfalls, who was trying to buy Ubeek some time. They were going for the elevator boost. That'll be shut down again. Attempt at the man at boxes, and nothing connecting there for Ubeek. It's 15-2, and we know that money is going to be low. This round's actually going to be worse than the last one in terms of what Method can buy.
Valiant effort on the part of Ubeek right there, but, I mean, he's just not able to find his shots. Almost looks like he's a little bit flustered, and I mean, who wouldn't be when you're looking at this sort of the scoreline 15-2? You basically have already lost the game at this point. And Method's not even going to get a single gun round out of their CT side unless some miracle happens right here. They're going to push out, trying to take some close position, but they get flashed out, and Zart with the P90 finishes them off. 1 shot, though! There you go, Waterfall drops Zart. And maintaining some semblance of control down long. They're going to pick one off by Pitt. Okay, there you go. Al is also dropped.
3 Juan Digs. This is why people buy all Deagles. Doesn't work often, but when it does, it looks flashy as hell. Sonny going to bring down Ubeek, though. Now the dream slowly fading away here for Method. They got the bomb on the quick flank, actually. Yeah, they are pinched in here at long, so, I mean, ENCE one way or the other have to fight their way out of this.
Yeah, Sonny's already watching the corner, though, so... Zero face crack.
And Stada opens up the A site.
Yeah, they have a feel. They know Face Crack's got to be on the flank. They're just going to hold and wait on him. Look at this. Peeks the corner. Hey, surprise! I was waiting on you. That's Sunny with the final kill. 16-2. Disappointing loss for Method. ENCE, Alu's team moving on up.
The top. What a show.
Big apartment in the sky, right?
Did it? The Jeffersons, for anyone that doesn't know that show. That show probably didn't make it to Europe.
Yeah, probably not.
So I really didn't expect it to be that dominant from ENCE. So like one, I didn't quite know what to expect from ENCE. Like I've cast the Raw Cat, the Mixed Cat team. You know, they seem decent. They were actually, who were they before? They were Encore, right? And then they got picked up by Raw Cat. And actually, when they got the sponsor, they kind of went on a pretty downward spiral. Then they switched into Mixed Cat.
Yeah.
And then now with Alu, though, that just looked like something else entirely. That looked flawless. I mean, maybe it wasn't the best of opponents, but I mean, Pitter are no scrubs. They looked like scrubs playing ENCE just now, but they're not. Like, they are good players, and they got their asses beat, like, really badly. And I didn't expect that.
That's Stonda, and then that's Alu, I think, bringing in a whole lot of that major, like, top-tier level experience. He's elevating this team to something else. So, I mean, I don't know. Watch ENCE. We'll see how they do going forward. Looking at Dust 2, the kill board, gotta say, shout out to JMQ for Method. He held his own there for a while.
Yeah, still had a pretty good scoreline.
Yeah, got the 1-3K round. Remember working over at Long Doors? That was impressive. In fact, I think that might have been the one round that, or one of the rounds that they took. And then 4 2Ks.
One of the three in the 2 maps.
Exactly.
Damn,
it's rough. It's rough, but I mean it's something. So I mean he was certainly putting up the numbers and doing work for his team. Yuho leading in the efficacy, but really it's the Alu story on Dust 2.
Yeah, I mean, Alu and Stonda were both the standout. I mean, everyone
especially
was really standout. The op's always a little flashier. Yuho is nuts holding it long. Like, no one could get long control, and that was because of Yuho on Dust 2.
I can't believe how many times he escaped. You know, he gets flashed
out. He was
out,
a ninja.
Gets tagged up. Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just
he was like Sheik from Zelda, dropping the little smoke things. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say besides ENCE looks really good, and they're moving on to play Penta Sports, which, based on what I've seen, shouldn't really be a problem. I mean, Penta's
been kind of hot, though.
Decent team. Tapson on that team is nuts. He's also a really good guy. He even helps us out doing camera work sometimes. Fortunately, he was lazy and he wasn't willing to do camera work and play this event. Just kidding. That would have been
what a slacker.
A little too much, yeah.
What a slacker. You can do camera work. Hey, but it's scouting. It's scouting the opponents.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
Live demo watching. Basically.
Live demo, exactly.
So I did not expect a 16-1 to come out in the Lounge Gaming Series. I didn't expect these matches to be that dominant, one-sided in favor of ENCE. But coming into this next match, like, this is the one where I did expect SK Gaming to put up like 16 5s or 16 3s. So
yeah, SK and Arcade.
Maybe we will be getting off easy with not that long of a day.
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I think it might be time to go ahead and throw to a quick break here. Let's see. Let me pull up the schedule here, see exactly what time we will be finishing up today. Yeah, Arcade Esports versus SK Gaming is going to be your next matchup. That is officially at 2200 CET. That's 4 p.m.
40 minutes from now.
Eastern time. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little bit of time. We'll come back to you with a little bit of a pre-game shake-up for SK versus Arcade. Like you said, might be a little one-sided, but hey, Arcade might just have a little bit of fire in them. Before we get to a break, you got anything to say to finish up, Joey?
I just wanted the people to look at my awesome cup. Stormtrooper.
I have a cup too.
I don't know if
not
we're on camera or not.
Though. Yeah, maybe not.
I got the Tervis cups. Have you heard of these?
No.
There's kind of like an inner ring that's like insulated with air so they don't sweat.
Yeah, I've got
awesome.
I've got something like that as a wedding gift if it's what I'm thinking of. And yeah, it's cold stuff stays cold forever.
And the hot stuff stays hot.
Yeah.
And, like, you can just pick up the mug with hot tea in it and like you don't even feel the heat. It's pretty awesome. Game changer. Look it up.
Nice.
And with that, product placement by someone we're not sponsored by. Now we'll take a break. So we'll see you guys 30, 40 minutes from now.
Pay me.